From tactical masterminds to charismatic leaders, the English Premier League witnessed a rare golden era in the 2000s. Fierce competition, innovative strategies, and legendary teams guided by visionary managers. It was a period of a bitter, intense rivalry which the world has never seen. The managers of that era truly left an indelible legacy on the English Premier League. Looking back on this extraordinary decade, it is undeniable that the 2000s marked an era when the English Premier League reached unprecedented levels of excitement and greatness, becoming the most popular sports league on the planet. The year 2000 marked the beginning of a new millennium and a new era for English football.
It's Saturday, January the 1st, the year 2000.
Manchester United, under the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson, had already established themselves as a dominant force, having secured the treble in the previous season and set a high bar for what was to come. But the new decade brought its own drama.
Thierry Henry's petulant outburst at the final whistle earned him a 3-game ban. Would a lack of discipline prove to be their Achilles heel? 5 days later, they went to Anfield and were again reduced to 10 men.
The period between 2000 and 2010 was marked by some of the most intense managerial rivalries football has ever witnessed. Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsène Wenger, José Mourinho, Rafael Benitez, David Moyes, and Sam Allardyce, among others, influenced this era's competitive spirit. Their encounters were not just football matches, but battles of philosophy, strategy, and tactics. But to get a better understanding of this era, it is important to rewind back to the beginning of this decade, particularly the 1999-2000 season. The 1999-2000 Premier League season, also known as the FA Carling Premiership for sponsorship reasons, marked the 8th season of the FA Premier League. During that season, Manchester United secured their 6th Premiership title due to their impressive performance, which continued from the previous season, where they lost only 3 league games. This time, however, the Red Devils won by a comfortable margin of 18 points, leaving Arsenal in second place with 73 points. This dominance spurred Arsène Wenger to rethink his strategies to challenge Ferguson's stronghold. In European competitions, Manchester United's defense of the European Cup came to an end in the quarterfinals, where they were defeated 3-2 by Real Madrid. And at the request of the English Football Association, Manchester United withdrew from the 1999-2000 FA Cup to compete in the FIFA World Cup Championship. The FA's goal was to use Manchester United's participation to strengthen England's bid to host the World Cup. On the European stage, Leeds United, who finished 3rd in the Premier League, reached the UEFA Cup semi-final, while Arsenal faced a defeat against Galatasaray in the UEFA Cup final. So in response to United's dominance, Wenger began shaping Arsenal into a formidable force capable of challenging United's dominance. He built a team of invincibles, and Arsenal became renowned for their attractive style of play that not only attracted football fans, but also made records. That's why the rivalry between Wenger and Ferguson became a defining feature of the English Premier League, with their tactical battles and verbal exchanges that captured the public's imagination. One of the most unforgettable clashes between Wenger and Ferguson was the 2001-2002 season, where Arsenal won the league at Old Trafford. It was an iconic victory that declared Wenger's official challenge to United's dominance. Again, in the 2003-2004 season, Arsène Wenger's Arsenal did something incredible. They went the entire Premier League season without losing a single game. This was really incredible because it earned them the nickname of the Invincibles. It was a major moment in football history, and it also showed that Wenger was a really smart coach who built an awesome team. This accomplishment not only secured Arsenal's place in football history, but it also marked the season as a high point in Wenger's challenge to Ferguson. It showed that Wenger was just as good, if not better, than Ferguson. The confrontations were not just significant for their impact on the title races, but also for their intensity and the psychological warfare that often played out in the media. Matches like the famous Battle of Old Trafford in 2003, where a missed penalty by the Dutchman led to a post-match confrontation between players in a fierce rivalry. The rivalry continued, but things suddenly changed in the summer of 2003. The arrival of Roman Abramovich at Chelsea in 2003 marked a turning point not only for the club, but also for the English Premier League as a whole. The Russian billionaire's acquisition of Chelsea was a record-breaking deal that set the stage for an era of unprecedented investment in English football. Abramovich's ambition was clear: to transform Chelsea into a dominant force in both domestic and European competitions. With his deep pockets and a desire to win, Abramovich quickly made his mark by appointing José Mourinho as manager in 2004 and bringing in world-class players like Didier Drogba. Mourinho's entry into the English Premier League in 2004 was as dramatic as his personality. Upon joining Chelsea, he declared himself the Special One, a nickname that stuck and set the tone for his confrontational style. Fresh from Champions League success with FC Porto, Mourinho was a charismatic and confident figure. His arrival injected a new level of competitiveness into the English football. The rivalry between Chelsea and other top Premiership clubs became one of the defining narratives of English football in the 21st century. Matches against Manchester United, Arsenal, and Liverpool were often title-deciding encounters that captured the imagination of fans worldwide. The intensity of these rivalries was heightened by the personalities involved. With Mourinho's mind games and tactical battles against other managers, it added an extra layer of drama to the proceedings. Under Mourinho's management, Chelsea secured their first Premier League title in 50 years. Mourinho's tactics and the financial backing of Abramovich created a blueprint for success that other clubs sought to emulate. The impact of Abramovich and Mourinho extended beyond Stamford Bridge. Their aggressive approach to the transfer market and the pursuit of trophies raised the stakes for other top clubs in the league. Traditional powerhouses like Manchester United and Arsenal found themselves challenged by Chelsea's newfound might, which intensified the rivalries within the Premier League. Each match between Chelsea, Manchester United, and Arsenal was not merely a contest of points, but a clash of footballing philosophies and managerial egos. Amidst the intensifying domestic rivalries, English clubs also achieved notable success on the European stage. In 2005, Liverpool, led by Rafa Benitez, pulled off an epic win in the Champions League final. It was a legendary match that will never be forgotten in football history, often referred to as the Miracle of Istanbul. Benitez, known for his tactical meticulousness, brought a different flavor to the Premier League. Benitez's most noted managerial duel in the Premiership was arguably with Sir Alex Ferguson. Their rivalry peaked during the 2008-2009 season when Liverpool was in close contention for the league title. Benitez famously delivered a fax press conference where he systematically challenged Ferguson's comments about fixture congestions and biased referee decisions.
I have to talk about facts because I think it's important. I think that they are nervous because we are at the top of the table.
Another rivalry that defined Benitez's time in the EPL was with Chelsea's José Mourinho. Their numerous clashes in domestic and European competitions were not just tactical battles, but also ideological clashes, with Benitez favoring a more structured approach against Mourinho's pragmatic strategies. Their exchanges, though less personal and more respectful than with Ferguson. As these managerial battles played out, the Premier League's global influence expanded. The league's broadcasting rights attained immense desirability, leading to substantial agreements secured worldwide, which amplified its reach and expanded its viewership significantly. During this era, the league's diversity grew significantly by the arrival of foreign talents not only on the field, but also in managerial positions. As the decade progressed, the intense rivalries among these managerial giants not only shaped the careers of numerous standout players, but also transformed the tactical landscape of English football. The fierce competition led to innovations in training, tactics, and player development, pushing the boundaries of what was possible in the Premier League. Reflecting on this era, the 2000s were not just about the rivalries, they were about the evolution of football itself, driven by some of the most brilliant minds the sport has ever seen. This decade of intense competition and strategic brilliance ensured that the English Premier League grew to be the best in the world. So what other memories do you still have of that golden generation? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this.